Stream 70. So in this stream, I'll try to focus on going through some job listings, but before that, I'm gonna go over yesterday's or today's nightclub experience. Gonna focus on it too much. This will be let's put it random. I will draw quickly the room plan or floor plan, the place. Where should I put this? Life, work, people? No. So this is about skills and knowledge. Should I change the category then? Skills and knowledge, communication. Let's create a new. It won't be a note. Also, now I lost the stream in. I want to create the drawing and rename it here. Okay. Communication. It's fine. So the place, maybe I will just hand draw it. The club, so it started here. 100%. This should be that. Let's go with that. That was sort of place was there. Just gonna draw that. Layout was roughly. Larger. I guess this is good enough almost. It's not accurate, of course. Okay, so this is nightclub, and here was the bars. drinks. Then there was karaoke here. Karaoke stage. Then dance floor, DJ or live band. Oh, smoking room. That was pretty much it. And then there were many, of course, sittings all everywhere. Here was the bathroom. So how it went, I went there. It was before 11 p.m. Not that many people. Just walked in. There was the coat room. I ordered beer and then I immediately went to talk to one person here, one man. And then I went to check this place. There were people singing and this was closed. And then I had a small chat here with someone. And then someone asked me to dance. There was this one old guy singing. And there was a quick dance there. Then I guess. Then this was opened. Then I danced here a little bit. Then I went to dance here, sing long. There was some group of people who came or were here from all around Finland. There was some meeting with entrepreneurs. Then there were two interesting people. One old guy who just constantly sang songs, and then one guy who was here just to dance. He didn't really care about socializing. I guess he tried or hoped that there would be some interactions, but yeah. And then I had a little chat with a few more people, and then at some point it started to become pretty crowded. I guess there was another event happening, some networking event in Tampere. And was it 200 people from that event was here. They were overly dressed. But how the night went was pretty much, I had, like in the beginning, there weren't that many people. It was quite easy to have a conversation, have a good chat. But then when around midnight, I guess, it started to become very loud. There was, of course, dancing here, music here, and there was also music here. So all the three places that there were, all of it was very loud. And I must say that these two people, it felt like a video game. That there are some of these characters that you can talk to, and then there are just NPCs you can't interact with. But yeah, everything was great. But then at some point, I guess when there was so many people, and there are these players, especially here. This was their area. A bit older guy, or let's say in their mid-30s, 40s. They hang out here, try to hit on women. Then there were some random groups, group of 2, 3, 4, just dancing here. And I was more active in the beginning, but then at some point of course I was tired even before I went there, but started to become a bit tired, and I stopped dancing, mainly because the people I started with, in the beginning there were multiple people I could talk to, multiple small groups, but then there weren't anymore, and the noise got so loud, it's very difficult to have a conversation. But how it went was I started to become more like many other dudes there. There were a lot of single dudes that just came here by themselves, like me. It was my first time. They tried to blend in, sort of, but of course they failed miserably. Then there were these players, more active ones, maybe better looking, that were here, and then of course smoking room. And then losers on the sides. At some point, maybe around 1 a.m., I decided, hey, I will take a quick break. I went here, I just sat here for maybe 20 minutes. Then at some point I went back, but then it was even more difficult to kind of blend in, or it was very clear that I didn't have an idea what to do. That people are dancing here, then I kind of tried awkwardly start dancing here, but I wasn't in any group, so it's very awkward. And I also didn't have a good idea what was I even doing, what was my goal. That was unclear. I didn't have energy, or I was too tired to really think about or develop myself in this situation. I tried to go here, but then it didn't really do that much. My brain was just kind of chill. But at least now I got fresh idea what the whole experience is like. There are these possibilities to interact, and it's very easy to get passive here, like many other people. So there are women, of course, that they very seldom are alone. They are in small groups, at least 2, and then there are these awkward men. Even the players, like, of course, they are not that special. What they do have is confidence to go talk to and kind of just go in. But there are this dynamic where everyone, or most people that I observed, didn't know what to do. They wanted other ones or others to approach. Men are trying to find angles to get courage, talk to someone, but it's too demanding. And yes. But it was great experience. I waited until it closed 4 a.m. but that wasn't really necessary. I just wanted to stay until that time, but in the end I sat here for maybe 45 minutes or even an hour, just on trying to think, being a bit creepy dude. But it's fine. Wasn't the only one. But there are so many things that can be developed here, and one of the kind of most interesting ones is that I didn't have an idea what to do. What was my goal? If that's not clear, then I can't do anything. I can start awkwardly dancing again, but then it's 2 a.m. I'm tired. I'm not drunk. Didn't drink that much, just a few, which meant I wasn't drunk. I was very clear-headed. Then it doesn't lead anywhere. Just what am I doing? Just standing on the side, trying to vibe, doesn't do anything. But if I had an idea that, hey, I want to have fun, then there is some purpose. I can go in, I can just dance more actively, try to experience this with others. Like I thought about that I was not really trying to see their angle enough. So it's all about what is the target. I mentioned this yesterday or before I went, that I didn't have ideas what to talk about. I kind of left in a hurry, but that's definitely something I can think of. Something to say. There needs to be at least some experience before I could be comfortably just start a conversation, especially if the noise is loud. One thing that's very difficult to change or develop is I had very small interaction here. I asked the well-dressed people, there was 4 of them, that, hey, what's going on? Why are you dressed so nicely? And I asked first and someone answered. Of course, I didn't understand, like, what are you saying? And then I tried to go kind of lean in a bit. They they repeated, but I still didn't understand what was the whole point. I understood that it was a networking event, some sort of networking event, but what do you do when you don't really? Maybe it's something in my hearing, but I experience this quite a lot, that I just miss out details. It's partly, at least, that the same problem I have when talking, that I don't think ahead. And this is, I have always had this very strong filter that my attitude is at least 50% I will just forget. I'm not gonna remember this. My mind doesn't want to remember. So that's also there, that my attention is not good. I experienced this in the military service when there was a test. It was one of the leadership tests everyone participated in, and from all the tests they get a total score, and then that will show whether you will get to the leadership training. I got in, but this particular test was that everyone went individually. They didn't know what the test was about. They went to this place. Someone called, hey, next one. You go there, and suddenly there is your supervisor telling you commands that, hey, this thing happened and this will happen next. He just started to tell about the story, and first I was like, okay, what? It was to test whether the person could take information quickly, remember them under pressure. I completely failed that. I knew I just got 0 from that. But that's the same here, that I have this attitude that I don't need to remember this. Nowadays it's so easy to rely on text. I can Google this later. If someone mentions a place, I need to know the exact address, but often it's not that important to remember the exact details. If someone mentions something that I can search later. Receiving information that I need to think about separately. And then the goals, there were these 2 characters. There were definitely characters. They seem like they're here a lot. At least the dancer, he tried to create his own moves. It was kind of interesting, I would say. He complained that the DJ plays the same songs over and over again. He was here yesterday, also the old guy was here yesterday at the karaoke. So there was the singer and there was the dancer. would I become character myself? I have talked about that. What is this? World peace drawing? Thought I had. Well, I have the. What is? Wait, what? Okay. The large drawing where there is. Large canvas. There's the character, NPC role. Could I become a character? That instead of being the normal person there, I'm trying to give others good experience. So be funny, tell stories, or connect people, help them. Something interesting for everyone. But as I said, I'm not gonna continue on this topic. Switch to, I wanted to quickly talk about it also for me, because now I might remember this better later. Shop hunting process. And this is business. Tomorrow I will have the meeting. I'm not prepared. I won't prepare, I assume. Okay, this is my way of preparing. I also didn't have the notes. This is under business. Finding a job. Or finding work. Right. Cleaner. This I quickly made, but I don't like this. Platforms, software field, special platforms. I asked Gemini, and I guess this is okay, but I mentioned that I have a software development background or study background, and it gave me these channels. Now there are two ways, or maybe two ways to think about this. One is, how am I gonna actually get a job? And the other one is, what is expected of me? In the law, it says I have to apply for 4, or in the rules, 4 jobs in a month. I don't know what's the communication method. Am I copy-pasting emails? Maybe. How will they know I have applied? Or how am I going to prove it? Pretty sure I already opened this Junitori. What? What is this? I open this site and then immediately someone says they earn 10,000 and then they spend everything. Yeah. F you. What? Okay. Biggest risk? Becoming international or what? AI. I would completely butcher this. This I can do. This I can do. Yes, if I will apply for some position, I want to know what's happening. But for many this is difficult. They need to lie because they're not really interested working there. But I would be. Ah. Okay, I can do this. Click a link. And done. There are news here. Okay. I am not interested in this, although maybe. In the application, when I applied to be a job seeker, I think I checked a place that said that there are many of these opportunities available that I'm looking for. I don't have any proof of that. I don't know if that's even true. But let's start looking at this. Nope. Ah. Income or income. I'm such a noob at work, I can't even think of salary. Not important. Okay. Many links. I like it. Overall, the website seems fine. Top 30. Shows these ones. Oh. Sector alarm. Yes. I might go back and forth with what I think I want to do, because now I'm considering that IT desk position, or even a seller. It's not seller. Marketer? Maybe it's marketer. Where is my translator? Salesperson. Huh. Seller sounds wrong. Is this in English? Just realized. Doesn't seem like it. This is salesperson. Yes, very much. No. What? Sector alarm. Although I'm not gonna lie, the interview, possible interview, I'm not gonna become there. That's a problem. This is the problem. If I sabotage this myself, I don't think it's wrong. Let's see this. Okay. That's good. Moving. No, wait, it's not. I don't know. Okay, salesperson. 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 Operations specialist. Founder. Business notes. Start with salesperson. Positives. skills. No required. No required background means I doubt there would be any requirement for studies. Of course, experience that, hey, do you have already experience in being a salesperson? I would say no, and on top of that, I'm very bad at it. I don't like to lie. I don't want to lie. So pursuing them to buy this service. Of course, it's not up to me to make the decision to buy this. I would be honest, what we are offering. We would be offering some security equipment and service with a subscription probably. But would they need it? I don't know that. Yeah, that's a good one here. Okay. What do you require? Okay, it's fine. It's interesting that it's all the way down here. Excellent. No crimes. Maybe I can do that. Be active, have courage, have motivation, and you're not scared of failing. Good interaction skills. Definitely, I would say that I lack experience, I lack knowledge, but if I know what I'm doing, then I'm very good in logic. Independent. Again, if I know why I'm doing something, what are the resources, then it's not a problem. If I don't know why I'm doing something, it's more difficult. Yes. Yes, I care what goals they would put on me, but I would be very, very frank that, hey, I want to really develop myself in this position, that I don't care that only for your goals, I create my own goals. Yes. Because just it does use only Finnish, so I wouldn't learn language, but thinking ahead, like getting that salesperson mindset, that aligns pretty well with my goals to be able to be more direct, more clear, and then prepare or know where the conversation is heading towards, leading the conversation. It's just, I am pretty sure I wouldn't get this job just because there are so many better ones. Like, I was at the club yesterday, there were a ton of people who probably were in sales and who are naturally just more active in socially and have better communication skills. They're just natural extroverts. Yes, I'm very good at this. I'm not sure what they mean by this, but yes, I would say I like challenge. I like to win. What is this?
5 työpäivää, 5 kauppaa. Mikä on sun viikkotavoite? Eikö tää meidän toimari? 5 työpäivää.
Ah. What YouTube channel? Ah, it's a right one. Let's see how many views this has. 26,000 views. Huh. That's alarming. Pun intended.
5 työpäivää, 5 kauppaa. Mikä on sun viikkotavoite? Eikö tää meidän toimari?
Toimari joo, mutta ennen kaikkea mä oon myyjä. Se olisi pelipäivä taas kundit, joten eiköhän lähetä kentälle.
Okay, it was good. I liked it. And what if I want this sector alarm? Do I want to? Thing is, I don't know what this is connected to. This is in Firefox. Will I start getting advertisements on social media, Instagram mostly, where I see ads? First name, last name, email, city that I would be interested to take a job, and optional. Yes, I would imagine it's optional. Excellent Finnish language skills. Salesperson. What would I imagine the amount of people that applied for this job would be? So for every one position, I would say 1,000. Maybe 500. Maybe less. How many salesperson? This is something that everyone can apply for. And it seems quite easy. You have a good cause. How necessary? That's a question mark. But still, a good cause, easy job. Just go and chat with people, try to convince them to buy this service. Only 1,000 job listings. Huh. Senior. Good thing that you mentioned that. Microsoft AI. Interesting what this implies. You need bankers. Infrastructure, Azure, optimization, automation, Windows Server, Linux, hybrid. Microsoft Azure AI. Interested what are their requirements. University degree or similar studies or many years of experience. And you have already used AI solutions in business world. Windows Server, okay. Azure OpenAI Copilot, automation, Power Automate, launching apps. This would be DevOps. I will I want to save this. Obsidian. Let's create a new one called the specialist. Terrible. Let's create not node but folder. There is IT specialist, operation specialist, salesperson. Customer success consultant. Okay, so managing or giving workshops, advising customers, find best solutions for them, provide support, and guidance. Workforce planning specialist. Workforce planning specialist is inspired by data, working processes, and achieving goals. Workforce planning specialist. Analytical. Strong understanding. Human resources planning. Ability to see the big picture in the changing environment. Oh, I can do this. Workforce planning. Resource planning. Save this. Oops. Is there any other tech mentioned? Moving on. Although we'll go through all of this, and this is professional. So that was that. Ah, wait. What does this mean? Apply easily. Is it that apply with one click? Yes. Fulfillment support engineer. Experienced OSS professionals. What is OSS? Maybe this isn't for me then. Activation flows. O2A. Routing. QoS. And hands-on experience. Customer success consultant. Did I already? That was a bit familiar or similar. Customer success consultant. Wait, could I apply here? What did they... Interest, yes. Positivity. So they require experience in the company already. Housewise, isn't that the company name? Ah, no, it's this. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's sure. Can't apply there. Senior Client Excellence Specialist. Data Architect. Demo Specialist. Customer service. Handling orders. People and Culture Specialist. Infra Builder. Okay. That's what I like. Experience. Okay. Maybe if I try to find something in my field. Is it this? The thing is, IT can be almost anywhere here. Technology. What What if I data architect? Okay, let's. MS Fabric. Experienced and someone who wants to develop themselves, wants to improve. Mm-hmm. Summer job. It's not bad thing. But that was that. Wait, this is cleaning. Okay, maybe it's not for me. Special doctor. I will skip this for now. Agile developer. 200. That's not a lot. That is not a lot. Senior. Odoo developer. Is that a tool? Python. Don't know. Senior. Yes. Yes. Possibly. Oh, they use AI. This is would have to move to north. Where is this? Wait, what? Where's the location? Okay. Kind of out of nowhere. Sure. Okay, so it's industry. Why is it so difficult to read this? Nope. JavaScript, React, Node, Google Cloud, HTML, CSS, Tailwind, CSS, Android Play, Apple Store, Python, GitHub. Software as a service. I could apply for this. Have to move there. At least 5 years. And Python, React. Experience. Okay. Senior software. From you can act as a team member, proactive approach to work, solution-oriented attitude, working with end users and can translate their issues into technical solutions, applies the concept of ease of use into practice, maintainability, clarity, continuous learning, and step-by-step development and self-evident are self-evident. The ability to adapt to new systems and ideas quickly. SQL Server, good SQL is essential. You are familiar with storage procedures, views, modeling. Deeper skills are not needed. None of these really ring a bell. ASP.NET Core and C#. Some like 2 or 3 years ago, I started learning this a little bit. Never got far. Friends integration platform. If necessary, we will teach this to you, but good C# and database skills are essential for success with friends. All right. Almost. Senior. Okay, C++. Solid. What you write? Dynamic general purpose programming language. Approachability and development scripting language. Dialect of Lisp. Okay. Simulation. C++. Nope. Physics. Turku. Strong. Technical back. Spine. Router is SR. We value the skill to apply LLM models to improve the development process. C sharp, ERP. Strong C sharp. Will I become a salesperson? Because was there one or two that I could apply for here with my experience that are pretty bad? Especially nowadays, I use AI so much that I haven't had time to learn the programming. Oh. HTML, CSS, JavaScript, MySQL, PHP. Cron. So now the strategy, what I'm doing, I'm trying to go through job listings to find out roughly what are my possibilities. No, not possibilities, opportunities to get a job. that they will ask the employment services. I checked a box that said, am I certain? Maybe it was or there were multiple options there. How certain am I that I will get a job in the next 3 months? I said, yes, I'm certain. I'm confident. Is that based on something? Azure. The other ones. Okay. That's nice. Thank you, AI. Jobly. Find jobs in Finland. Opportunities worth seizing served in front of you. Suitable career opportunities for yourself easily. We promote transparency among employers. We also promote job seeking based on hard and soft skills and values. This way we support more suitable choices and build happier working life. Why did I even read this aloud? My mind wasn't there. There, first. Exciting. Okay. Maybe not. Helsinki metropolitan area. It's less. Let's use Helsinki. Like, aren't there? This is, of course, it's so easy for AI, I would imagine. Why doesn't this just say, hey, create your CV and then have a chat with AI that asks more questions, and there would be very good idea what kind of person I am, then all my experiences, what I want to do, and then I want to get AI or algorithmic results. That's kind of obvious nowadays. Of course, it's possible, but shouldn't be that difficult. Ooh, going to a burger place. Customer service coordinator. Team player. Openness and positivity. Detail-oriented. Independent. You get things done. Yes, definitely. P2P. I will fill this off stream. What is this? This is for students, mid-school students. Curious. Okay. I can at least. Companies can see your CV and directly send you a job posting. Personal date stays hidden until you accept the request. You can instantly see which company has visited your CV. Job using your CV and receive an overview of all your sent applications and their statuses. Also bookmark jobs for later review. Attractively styled PDF. Job seeker. Alma ID. I'm gonna do it now. Is there any? This was Jobly, but can I Jobly in Finland? Isn't there a possibility to find jobs in other countries? Okay, I got some idea. I could apply for many of them. And really, I would say that I'm open to moving to some random place. It's not really a problem because right now I know so little. Spending the next half a year in some random Eastern Finland town, just developing my skills, is not an issue. I would be very, very clear. Hey, I'll probably leave this place. So it's already pretty unlikely I would get a job, but just to get experience, get money. Let's see. Don't have a drawing here. Create. Wait. Was there life management? Untitled. What are these? No idea. Vision. Life work. Word paste canvas. I want to see where are my plans. They're probably here only. Energy usage. This is self-development, maybe. Connect with get rich. To do productivity, living place, life rework. Oh, I still had that. Ah, no, this is Quest 3 cardboard box. What is this list? Huh. I don't remember I wrote down this. Okay, I think I started to write down things I will get rid of. And then after that I decided, hey, I will get everything onto the floor. And then I stopped doing this. Here. What is this large canvas? Ah, no, wait, this is that. So, world peace, funding job, helper business, startups, AI skills, community skills, gamifying politics. Use this. How's everything looking like? My life is so fuzzy nowadays. I very often forget what I'm doing. What is this life? What was my target again. It's odd. EGX Nordics. What pays AI skills, finding job, helper business, startups, moving to Helsinki, GameFam politics, community skills, personal website. Good things. Good things here. Good things here. Want to do all of these at the same time. Though this is just one time thing. So my idea is I want to create solutions. For that, I need more research. I need more research about the helping organizations and then people. I will use the opportunity while I learn to build a system that shows that. So collaboration and communication platform. I'll start envisioning that. I will build a system or website, at least for me. So that's a project I want to do. Gamifying politics is another very similar project. So my idea is to advance both of these. So at the same time, try to gamify Finnish politics, move to EU politics, and start to see the big picture of world peace. Just focusing on these, they are big things, but it's fine. I need to know all of this. So get more experience, knowledge. I will use AI a lot. I will use AI more and more and more. I want to know news. I want to be on the upfront of AI development. So using AI and then spending some time developing my AI skills. And then helper business is another project that would help world peace. Would also help me if it got some traction. So developing that website after I have built a better personal website. So on my personal website, I would show these projects. I will copy this. What is it? March 2nd. It feels that this was over a week ago, week and a half maybe. This I will delete immediately, not important. Wait. Okay. Moving to Helsinki. Or this is better. Okay. So world peers. Game Fund Politics Project. Helper Business. Those are 3 projects. All of them works world peers. IRAC is different. I can put that there. It's just about... No, it's not different. Wait. Okay, no. It's about my productivity, developing myself, but it's also connected to helper business. Because I might use these skills, these ideas, to teach others, if someone would be interested, if I get them working well. But this I don't need to think about that much right now. These immediately help. Community skills. Finding a job. Boo. Helper business. This helps there. Personal website is essential, and it's close to this word page. This is where I show these projects, many of my ideas, but it's not directly important. As brand builder, sure, but yes, and then there are these 2 skills, community and AI. Both of them are crucial for world peace, because community means communicating, marketing, collaborating. AI is all of that, and also learning, developing, productivity, automation. Startups. This means building or getting rich. This is less important. My screen is too large. Okay. So is this the current situation? I'm trying to think. Have I forgotten some important necessary aspect of living? I need to find a job because living is not free. That's about the requirement from the society. I'm pretty sure this, or I haven't forgotten anything important. EHX. Now, thinking about finding a job, because that will determine a lot how the next 6 months or a year would go after getting a possible job. What is my strategy there? Tomorrow I'll have a meeting, and afterwards, what kind of positions would I want to get? I have already mentioned to so many people that I would possibly be moving to Helsinki, but I need to take that back for myself, to not think about it too much. It's not really necessity now. If I rejected all opportunities and just lived by the welfare, I could live the same life that I'm living now. What is the best strategy here? Do I just want to focus on this or these projects and ignore finding a job, or not focus on it too much? startups. Time is very limited. Currently, I'm not being productive at all. I haven't gotten into that grinding mode. I was sick over 2.5 weeks. I'm not sure if I even still fully recovered. I feel that I am. Now I'm going to start exercising. Physical exercise is important because I notice how I would benefit from moving more, getting energy from that. I've become too passive. Now I'm trying to look back. Why haven't I done more? So yesterday I had 2 things. The day before that, okay. 2 days ago. But also things. I've been quite busy. The clubbing, maybe that wasn't the highest priority, but I'm glad I went there. Now I can develop that if I want, but I think it's fine to not focus on it at the moment. If I got a job, then would become easier to go clubbing. I wouldn't have to think about money that much, though I didn't yesterday, but still at 3 a.m. I already drank 2 cups of water, glasses of water, and then I felt a little dehydrated and actually considered whether I should buy another one. It was €1. Quite expensive water because it's almost free for them. But yes, crazy. Why am I even considering it? Because it has a huge effect on the other day or the next day. What was that? It sounded like someone fired a firework. I have many venues to move. I could try to be more active in EA communities or helping communities get opportunities there. I could really focus on this, try to this forward, gamifying politics. I could try to focus on this, consulting, mentoring, and then be more active. Start with startups or the people there. I could contact people and start finding opportunities to possibly join startups, become a co-creator. AI skills, I have thought that I want to be an expert in using that. And then I want to include that package for my helper business. Or even if I didn't have a business, I would still market that, hey, I will, if I would be interested in getting a job, that I'm someone who is very good using AI tools, and I also have, I would build some workshop or practice how I would teach those skills to others. That I offer this opportunity, that I would come to your organization to work in a position, but I would also add this value. That I am someone who is really a technical person at the core, but is interested in people. And my experience is that it's not that common. So that's my opportunity, perhaps. That's how I could what is the word? No? Separate myself from others. Sure. And while learning to use AI skills, AI tools, and building my own business, learning about politics, learning about helping communities, I would constantly try to create new startup ideas. So the thing is here, I can balance this in many ways. I could lean more into effective altruism community, or trying to find opportunities also abroad. I haven't even touched that moving to Helsinki is just an easy thing to do. But of course, moving abroad, so broadening up the opportunity seeking, building my own brand. The helper business, of course, is an official one, but personal website, LinkedIn, connecting with others, other helpers, like I already mentioned many times, I want to find out organizations, communities, groups, but also individuals who do good, and globally. I will expand my network. People start to have more and more personal conversations, try to find like-minded people who share similar ideas. These are, or many of these projects I can do by myself, but that's not the point. Point is to start collaborating. For example, the world peace or the website idea, the project idea of gathering all these organizations, groups globally, and then trying to connect them into one easily navigatable app. Whenever I find someone who shares similar visions or is interested to switch to collaborate with me on this, I will create maybe a public project and take that into another step. But before that happens, I will build it on my personal website. Finding a job. Working 40 hours a week plus commute. Get money, but okay, I'm turning 28. I feel that the risk that I would stay in some job for over a year is pretty minimal. The next step in gamifying politics is to create a presentation. Start to build up the phase where we will start contacting different people and find out whether they're interested already in this. If they're not interested, it's a clear marker that, okay, this project has now turned or changed a little bit, that our goal is not directly this, but actually build the product ourselves, or by myself if my partner doesn't want to continue. But those presenting skills, I have probably not mentioned many times, but social media use. I have never used social media actively. I don't use Snapchat. I have 4 posts on Instagram and I very seldom post any stories. Be Real is the biggest social media I use. But that's one area that I haven't touched yet. That I have known that it's gonna happen. Marketing skills. If I attend an event, can I create a good LinkedIn post about it? No. Just taking a selfie is foreign for me. I have never had reasons to take selfies. Because, as I said, I don't post, but also I don't really follow others that much either. But that will change, probably soon. So those community skills include social media, training, I will maybe also make a video about it on social media, Instagram, Facebook, or Instagram and Facebook are the same thing. Whenever I post on Instagram, it automatically goes to Facebook as well. I might create a post that, hey, I will start to become more active here, and everyone who wants, they can send me feedback that, hey, this picture was nice, but the colors weren't that great, or this angle, you could have done this better. I might start a challenge just by myself to take or create one story each day. Start experimenting, posting or reposting stuff. I could start creating or putting my ideas on my Github Instagram. I have two. Mainly I'm thinking about being more active on personal one, but of course, why not think about that as well? So become comfortable taking selfies when I'm at the city center or at the metro or tram trolley here in Tampere, or making a small clip, just walking at the middle of the day at some street where there are people, and just start a video, short 10-second clip where I say something. So kind of aim to become an influencer. Why? Just to get the experience, just to develop my social skills, all of those. Taking random video, I'm not good at that. For starters, I'm not good at saying one sentence or a few sentences without taking breaks. But that social media skills, those are immediate help for getting a job, as well as getting visibility, knowing or being better at posting on LinkedIn, or how to make more interesting posts, interesting texts, starters or endings using hashtags. For finding a job, I would definitely want to start, or if I wanted to find a job, I would create video CVs, or is it video introductions about myself, what I do, who I am, what kind of person I'm, and of course that should be filmed in public. But I know that that's definitely something that companies, and I would also be very interested to find someone who has that experience, who has that confidence that, hey, this person or can make marketing videos. That's good. It's a plus for this or any role, because they can market, they can explain very well what they do. And I have technical background, I have AI skills, I'm constantly learning new things. Like things I put down, I might have closed that. The things I put down, VFM systems, Calibria. I am not now going through what this is, but the idea is that I would continue these projects, and little by little I would hopefully have time to expand my knowledge. Hey, what is this? I'm going to read a lot of job postings, possibly, or just browsing companies, start making lists, maybe some spreadsheets about companies. I could apply for creating descriptions, what they are all about, not just for getting a job, but understanding the market economy. Then whenever I come across to some new term, that what is this requirement that they want this tool, or okay, this, then I would start finding patterns that this tool is very, very much used. Could I somehow learn it, or would I benefit from using it? If I create my own business, I might have access to, or if I create my own business and I had the income, maybe just from welfare that I wouldn't use for alcohol, I could buy some courses or some products that are not available other than the companies. I could have a way to start contacting companies and maybe do collaborations. And of course, creating my own business, I would have to know or learn many new things, new roles. All of this I really like. I really like how I have already almost initialized everything. What I haven't is that social media and personal relationship or romantic relationship. Never initialized that. And now finding a job or start applying for jobs. This is of course a new thing. But if I question why I haven't done more, it's because I'm doing this for the first time. Of course, I have to spend some time on this. What about finishing my studies? What if they or she suggests that I would definitely need, or I should finish my studies first? Forget that. What if I try to find some project I could do for a company for free and make it as my thesis? That's fine. I think it is fine to finish my degree. It's kind of funny that I didn't even remember that. Because, of course, for any of my personal projects, I don't need it. I really don't have any bad choices. If I don't get a job, I have things I can do. If I get a job, I would use it to get money, of course, also develop my skills. Yeah. Easiest life ever. Everything's easy. None of this raises any anxiety. Maybe in general just start working like crazy. This is sort of unique. Job hunting process. I think I will change that. happy about my life. I'm gonna get off. Very nice. Comparing my life, it was a year ago. There's so much change. It's crazy. Even half a few months ago. It's obvious that my life has moved forward, but I need to point out that this stage is crazy good. Have I felt, or of course I haven't, but just thinking about it, that how figured out my life seems. I have already forgotten that, oh yeah, entertainment. I'm not thinking about it. Or education. That's not a big thing. Social life, communication is not a big thing. The only thing I don't have is knowledge and experience. But that's fine. Because the validation I get from people, not that they would directly say this, but is that I'm already in a pretty good state. I can give advice. I can talk about anything. That it seems that those, or some specific knowledge using some tool or knowing some organization stuff, it's not that important. The only thing I need is work. Of course, I had forgotten that I can be happy. Small thing. Thinking whether I want to end the stream and meditate a little bit, listen to music. So difficult to adjust to this life. So many changes has happened. One way to explain this is that there is a software that you can download, and then there is a patch, some patch that adds new feature, or just it's not, you don't need to download the whole thing again. It's an addition. How it feels is that I haven't changed the big software, the whole software, with these developments I've done over a year, but rather I have just created a patch. So there might be cases when I go back to that normal, what I was used to, and then suddenly I feel the patch, like, wait, what? There was modification here. It's been ages when I last exercised. 2.5 weeks. I don't remember the time anymore. I'm tempted to go to grocery store and buy some good food. Should I? No, I'm not really hungry. I'm trying to think about meditating or just sitting here and thinking that it's a habit of mine after these kind of sessions, realizations that, hey, I want to handle this, think about it. Do I really get that much out of it? I have felt that it's necessary. obviously I would do that. Is it? It's part of my life's experience. Is it necessary? This is again me bullying myself. I don't allow good food. I don't allow even a break, possibly. Because I'm reminded by yesterday, I was at the club, I was tired. There wasn't really that many thoughts happening. I could have come home 2 or 3 hours earlier. Of course, now I know, but yeah. Feel a bit annoyed that I can change my motivation. If I didn't have this ability, then it's an easy choice, because now I subconsciously feel that I want to take a rest, or, as I said, eat. But consciously I know I can change that feeling. It gives freedom, but but it's not that easy. It would be easy to just go with my emotions. It's 10 p.m. 2 hours left. Don't need to eat. Could exercise, but I will wait for tomorrow. What is there to think? I still have automatic feeling that, of course, I want to listen to music. But then I think about it more, that no, there really isn't that much that I would get out of it. Of course, good songs, but do I need rest? I have slept way too much. My mind is foggy, but I could still learn, I could develop. Do I need to manage my thoughts? There aren't any. There aren't any feelings, no anxiety. So it's hard to accept that I wouldn't have a reason to meditate. Mm. If I didn't meditate, if I continued, what would be the next thing? Be the next thing. Start using AI, creating script of my life's plan. I'm too tired to raise my happiness right now. So odd. Hmm. Who I am. Good thing to consider this time as well. Hard to say. I don't recognize myself. I don't mean the visual, but mind is just different. Feelings are different. I said that patch example does feel like that. It's kind of disconnected the past too much that I get a feeling that, hey, this is not how I normally have seen myself, felt myself. Just mean it's wrong. Just it's so new, I'm not used to it. Helper of humanity. No niin. Arthur. I'm levitating in some sort of confusion right now because I haven't been in the same situation exactly. You know, there are some part of me is confused. Do I mean I won't end this stream and choose the entertainment or relaxation? The other part doesn't know what to do next, really. Doesn't have a vision. It's a bit confused what to do. Now again, I'm trying to think back. Did I have some idea? There was the EA, there was the end of my employment. Now this. I'm sick. Some random developments. A lot of thinking. Trying to advance this. Possession. Clearing project. Would make sense why I don't have a clear idea. Oh yeah, and I still had some thinking to do about the world peace. I guess that was a few weeks ago. Tried to change how I felt about it first and then what I think I should do. So clarifying that, this whole thing. Because it's so obvious, has been for days, I quickly forget that it wasn't obvious a few weeks ago. Okay, the next step. The next step is not AI directly, but rather the idea that I have goals, but they are vague. They are direction, but not a roadmap. Don't have timelines. Haven't started to build schedules where I would see, okay, how much time I have to spend on different things, then starts balancing factor. Then I have to-do lists. I will just start executing tasks. And start optimizing my life. I feel some anxiety around that thought. or opposition at least. Brain doesn't like that idea. Why is that? Living very hectic life, learning a lot each day, doing a lot each day, and doing it all in small chunks. Wouldn't I love that? I sense the habit being very strong here. Just by habit, my mind has used to avoid this idea. Choose the entertainment, but it's not an option anymore. So what's next? Now that I have this figured out somewhat, I can start building IRAC more easily. Start doing everything at the same time. Visionary, leader, founder, helper. It's a good combination. I have some feeling that says that I'm overreaching, that I'm trying to do something that I wouldn't be able to do. And how it feels is that I'm using the future income to build now. So I'm taking loans because I'm so confident that I will move forward, but I haven't been able to do that before because there wasn't this confidence. I don't know if I'm actually tired or if my brain just tries to get me tired. Is it the only way to avoid work? I don't have entertainment anymore. Clearly, the music is not strong enough. The just thinking is not anymore necessarily. So the only thing left is go to sleep. So what my life will look like. Doing a lot. And when I initially think about this, I have a feeling that, of course, I'm not going to do it. But then I question that if I think about an alternative, what other thing I want to do, my mind can't argue for it, for any other alternative, because this is it. The alternative is just to wait or do nothing, wait until I have motivation. Like I said, sleeping is the only alternative now. That would just postpone this. And this is quite large, feels quite large emotion and habit in my brain. See how easy it is to change this now. To remove that subconscious feeling that wants to choose something else. I have used the term crossroads or crossroad feeling to explain this state where I'm not really doing, I'm planning. I have tried to start doing for years. I'm still here. And it's the idea that at some point there would be the last crossroad. Then after that, everything would change. I would just start doing and not stop anymore. There would of course be situations that require similar pondering, but not at this scale. I could fall asleep so quickly. Can't focus well. I guess there isn't any reason why I shouldn't, or why I couldn't go to sleep now. Tomorrow I have the schedule. Other than that, not really. So even if I woke up early, it doesn't really matter. Yes, I will end the stream. I will try to change this emotion while and probably fall asleep trying. This is very nice. Very nice progress again. Before I end this, I want to delete some of this. So, what was this? What is an AI agent? So this was material that I got from what was it? Runway? No, headway. No. This is Byte Go. Okay. I don't know if I probably shouldn't share this openly. I will create a new folder quickly or set up a system. No, this is wrong. So this is how would I say it? Backed up in the cloud, all of this. So I wouldn't lose this, which is important, but I don't want to share this on GitHub anymore. So assets, with there, sure I'm able to find it. AI. So at least this. That's good. This is just Gemini's creation. Is there anything else? I don't think I created anything else. Right. Nice. Nice.